Okay, yeah. So,
You can do that.
okay, so I think the values-based education really helps because for a lot of our students, they can't cope in mainstream education, which means that they struggle with education generally. But a lot of them need the kind of values that we're teaching them in order to be able to engage in education. So trying to help them feel safe and secure, kind of.
Well, because most of them have had such negative experiences, they feel that they have been failed in some way by the education system. So the first, I mean, sometimes up to sort of year of being with this, it's about them feeling comfortable, them feeling safe, them knowing it's okay to fail, and building up some of those resiliences and realising that actually they are somewhere where the people care about them, they're somewhere where they matter, and they're somewhere where they are an important person, they're part of something bigger. They're not that kind of oddity, the one that's working down the hall on their own, or that sense of exclusion. We want them, we kind of bring them in, put them together, which is why our school's got so many sofas. It's that opportunity for the boys. They have to be together, they have to, and if they get it wrong, then the staff are there to model and reflect and support them to get through it. Yeah. I would recommend the values-based approach to any school. Special schools, I think in particular, probably do quite a lot of it already intrinsically because of that sense of children having had a rough deal somewhere else and wanting them to feel that sense that they are able to be successful somewhere.
Focusing on the social and emotional
the
values of
the nuts and bolts of, maths, English and science. None of that's going to be doable until they're able to feel safe, secure, and the values. It's something which is always happening, but it's given us that kind of dialogue and that vocabulary to make it a bit more explicit, and that's amongst the staff and amongst the pupils and amongst the parents, and it just gives everyone a common kind of dialogue to talk about it, and not sort of cramming it down anyone's throat, but just making it a thing which exists, which everybody buys into. Because without the staff modelling it and being authentic in it, the children see through that. They're very good at detecting when you don't mean it, and if they know you mean it, they will buy into it. And I think that's the kind of message we give when we're speaking to other schools.
Yeah, we're kind of doing it all the time, aren't we? But we do break it down. Like we've seen today, there's been lots of schools that break down values and they have values every half term. We do that, but our values are kind of always there in the school, and that's kind of...
Because we were boarding school as well, those values are a 24-hour thing. They seamlessly move from the house groups in the morning into the school day, into reflection, into the evenings again, and it's because of that wraparound that I think it becomes so effective for us. Tips for anyone that's dealing with a challenging pupil. I think the most basic thing it comes down to is a relationship of taking the time to get to know the child, get to know the family, get to know the history, and make them know that you care about them. It's not always easy, and there's a lot of barriers to get through with that, but none of it's ever going to be a quick fix, and it shouldn't be. It takes time, but I think they appreciate the time being taken on them, don't they? I know, obviously, with a lot of the work you do, it takes session after session.
Yeah, a lot of trust as a value, a lot of compassion, a lot of listening, and also that just being there for them. So a lot of time you get like kind of not attacked, but you kind of get things thrown at you all the time. And if you're just there kind of surviving that for them, then that's teaching them that you're... many things, but that you're going to be there, and that
it's one of the sort of the main tenets of the school is that we talk a lot, we care a lot, and we're there for them. So if that can be replicated, and any school, we're very lucky. The facilities we have are brilliant, and they show the pupils that they're valued. But a school is nothing without the people, and that notion of a child at the centre of everything around them, saying we like you. Might not like everything you do, but we like you. You are important. And I think that is replicable in any education setting.